my mom actually started working in the cannabis space before I did. And so when my mom told me that she was working in the cannabis space, I went to this new home that they were living in, and they had opened like 3 or 4 doors to this hallway all at the same time. And it was like the gates to Jurassic Park just opening. And my mom walked me in and she said, you know, your father's not allowed around when he's in a bad mood because the plants can feel it. And, you know, I like to play country music for them. Garth Brooks is their favorite. And so she just became a complete botanist out of the whole project.
Well, my mom knew I was a cannabis enthusiast long before she knew I worked in the cannabis industry. So I don't think that shift was that strange for her. I think maybe she was fine, like, huh, okay, well, this weird habit will have some good outcomes.
I didn't know that she had been a lifelong cannabis user. At one point, we lived together in my adulthood, and I remember a really awkward exchange where we were both high, and neither one of us really knew how to like navigate that. We just ignored it, right? But now I tell her, and she's just like, okay, so when do I get to try some of your company's products?
When I told my mom I got a job in the cannabis industry, I think she was surprised at first. She was like cannabis? You mean like marijuana? She did tell me that she's gonna try it before she moves on to her next life. That's a direct quote. So I'm really excited to see that happen.
I had to slowly introduce my mom to it. So when I was living in San Francisco, I took my mom to a dispensary for the first time. And I stopped hiding that I smoke when she came to visit me in Cali because it's legal here. And I think when she would visit me in Cali and see how different the smoking culture is here versus in New York, she really started to open up to it. And so when I told her that I wanted to be in the industry, she was actually really supportive.
They thought that we had skunks living under our house. So it got to the point that they called like 3 different exterminators to come and check out the house, and there was nothing there. And so that's when they realized that their daughter indulged in cannabis, and it was pretty funny. And then probably like 2 weeks later, I think we ended up smoking together. So it was great.
When I found out that she had her own stash, I remember very specifically, which I'm sure my sisters were also very helpful in, was basically like a scavenger hunt throughout the house and really trying to find where she was hiding her stash. And finally I just approached her and I was like, Mom, where is it? Like, I'm here from out of town, like, come on, sharing is caring. And at that moment I realized like she completely forgot and had no idea, and also had to help look.
My mom's funny about smoking because she likes to kind of like keep it undercover. So she'll like, oh, I just had a hit, but then she'll have multiple of those. And you're like, okay, Mom.
My mom found out about my passion for cannabis at probably an earlier age than I would have liked to admit. Growing up when she did in 60s, 70s, I think she had an understanding that it's probably not the worst thing in the world, and she was always supportive and I think believed in the fact that we're doing the right thing and this is the best thing for society at large, but you know, we're actually trying to help pursue something that is good and positive change in the world.